What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Bitcoin today, BTC USD. Hit that like button, you guys. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and let's get into it, my friends. It is the 23rd day of August, and here we are sitting at about $114.7 thousand with 9 hours left in the day on this, the 23rd. We have hit a low today of about 114.6K, which is pretty close to that 114.4K area that we were talking about. Now, again, if you missed the live stream last night, we were discussing the possibilities of going down to about 113 and a half thousand dollars as well. Coming back down, really shaking up the markets down at these areas, because we did find resistance here at prior support, and then also on top of that, we look at the liquidations. I mean, I wonder if I refresh it, if it'll look too different on the 30 day. Probably not too different. We'll just clear out some of that stuff on the 1 day. 1 day time frame. Wow, the longs have gotten decimated. Okay, good. That's what you want to see, right? Shorts got 3 billion, longs got 2 billion. Okay, yeah. Where the longs had 4 billion just yesterday piled on, now there's 2.3 billion. So, we got about $1.2 billion, $1.3 billion in longs to liquidate at 113.5K. Get down there, clear it out, and then we'll move on up, right? We're pretty close to this wall. I don't see why we wouldn't just go down and clear out all these longs, but we don't have to. Don't think like that specifically, right? If you think that, oh, well, we're right here, we have to, we're just going to eat through it, it's like a magnet. Not necessarily. Sometimes these act as like a barrier, and then you move in the other direction, even if there's less liquidations this way. So let's look at the charts. Let's see what it's telling us. As of now, it's definitely looking bearish, but I have a feeling that by the end of the day, we'll come back up. We'll leave today behind with a nice little wick to the downside. That's my thoughts, at least at the moment. Let's see if that upholds after we do the short-term analysis here. Okay, so again, hit that like button. Let's get going. Okay, so again, clear rejection point. Very clear throughout this whole range, right? Because we found support and resistance right here at this area a lot. An absolute large amount of time. Let's see here. From a high to a low, the all-time high to this low, you stopped right above the 382, and it's very common. This is what we were saying, from the 382 to go above here and go back to the 236. So it's very common actually to bounce off this 114.6K area. Maybe it was 114.6. I thought it was 114.4, but perhaps I'm remembering the target area that we had beforehand. Anyways, this to me, just because I'm such a strong I have a lot of belief and faith in the fibs. This to me gives me that thought that, again, maybe this acts as a barrier and we don't go through. So I'm actually kind of liking this look here for a bounce. We're also at prior resistance and prior support. I actually do like this look here. We are picking up volume as we're coming down, which isn't encouraging, to be completely fair, but I don't know, this candle's not really going anywhere and we're picking up volume. Let's see, we got 5 minutes left. 1 hour RSI, you are a little bit lower than I would have thought that you would be. I mean, maybe we pull up a little bit by the end of this 1 hour, but even if we do, that's not going to save us too much. We are a little bit lower in this trend than I thought we would be. I really did expect or anticipate that we would bounce probably at a higher level here, but we still do kind of have these higher lows overall, right? We had a lower low here, still higher lows overall. This is still a higher low than this low here, and even if we bounce off the oversold zone, it's still a higher low. So I don't know, we're in a good area to bounce, but again, if we go a little bit lower, that wouldn't be terrible. Or with this thought here too, maybe what we do is we close above the 236, but we wick below it. That still would hold us hold as support at the 236. The MACD is in an area that you like to bounce. The stochastics look kind of like they want to cross up. There's good things going on here, but there's definitely not enough to suggest that we're ready to bounce. The only thing that's making me think we could bounce right here is the 236. But again, maybe we close here, we just wick below, and we still close here. I wouldn't be surprised if we're right around the area to bounce at. So not financial advice, not a financial advisor. 1 hour time frame. We've got 9 hours left in the day, right? About is that right? How many hours left? Yeah, 9 hours left in the day. I would think that we do come up by the end of the day. How much higher? I don't know. I mean, maybe we're a green day and we go all the way up to 118,000. I don't know. We've moved up very fast in a 4 hour period before. We got two more of them to come, so we'll see. Two more plus this one with an hour left in it. Hold on, I gotta clear out my throat. Huh. The mornings and the night times, man, they're the worst. That's the thing I've liked most about making these videos in the midday, is that I don't normally have to do that, but it's not midday for me, it's the morning. And I haven't had water yet, so that's good there. Anyways, 4 hour time frame now. Let's look at this here. See if this disagrees or agrees at all. Rejecting the overbought zone, not an ideal look, but typically if you reject the overbought zone, you do expect to find support at the 50 or at the 40. Man, if we go to the 40, and we're already this low. I don't know. If we go to the 40, we'd be definitely going below 113K. So maybe we don't go to the 40. I think a good kind of prospect or hope to have would be that, maybe this 4 hour candle is as red as it gets. If not, you go a little bit lower. Okay, that's fine. But then the next 4 hour candle, no matter what it does, even if it goes lower at first, it comes back up and it closes green. You want the next 4 hour candle to close green. I think that would mark a very good area to bounce on the 4 hour RSI and the stochastics, honestly. But both of them would allow for you to go a little bit lower. And if we can close it green and continue to move up, the MACD would be crossing the zero. You guys, we'd have a very bullish weekend. I know it is Saturday. Or no, is it Friday? It's Saturday. Yeah. I know it's Saturday. But that doesn't mean that we can't pump over the weekend, right? And if this MACD is crossing above the zero, I would very much expect that this is a bullish weekend. And perhaps Saturday's bearish, like it normally is, and then Sunday's bullish. We could have a very bullish Sunday tomorrow, as long as things pick up from here. If we continue to go lower, I would say if we're closing 4 hour candles below like 113.6K, and we might have lower to go than this. Again, that doesn't mean if we get below 113.6K that we go lower. This means if we have a 4 hour candle close, multiple 4 hour candle closes below there, maybe. But I'll make a video later today, probably around the time that, like 8 hours from now or so, talking about that. So I'll hold your hand through this. But at this point in time, again, I would say that we're closer to finding support here than we are to moving lower. From a relative low to a relative high, it's very common to find support at the 382 in these powerful moves. I'm a little bit surprised that we didn't do that, but that's okay. 113.8K there, 113.4K, that's our golden ratio zone, and that would clear out all these longs. So it is possible, again, that we wick down there, but we close up here. Bitcoin does like its 0.5, so 114.5K, again, could provide support, and that is the 236 from this high to low here. So anything, essentially, we're at 114.6K now. Anything from about $100 lower to maybe $1,100 lower, $1,200 lower. Okay, but I think that we're going to bounce here soon, and they continue to rally. I would again expect that we come up by the end of the day. I don't expect that the day will be green. You never know though. You never know, but I would expect something of a day like this where there's a big wick to the downside. Something like this day here where we had a nice wick right there, and then the recovery should be happening there. What we're doing, I think, is just finding support at prior resistance here, which is good. That's healthy. And then we continue to rally, okay? Looking at this daily time frame here, I think it would be nice if we did not close today down here or lower, right? Because then the stochastics would cross back, and that just wouldn't look good. We want it to pull up. It's okay if it points down a little bit, and it's even okay if it crosses a little bit, but you need to get that immediate green day tomorrow if that's the case. But ideally, in an ideal world, we wouldn't even be crossing. We wouldn't be anywhere near crossing. Hopefully that we could just like bounce here and then move on up. So I don't want to see this come down too much more. And a bounce here, if we continue this move, that would give us a bounce off the MACD too. We've got all these positive things set up if we just don't reverse it here. If we continue to move up, we don't reverse and go to the downside. I don't like the rejection off the 50, but we've rejected the 50 a couple of times, and it didn't get us into the oversold zone, right? We've done all right with the 50 actually lately, so I'm not too worried about that, to be completely fair. Weekly time frame here, looks like we're just in this range. 1 day, 10 hours left. Sundays have been good to us. Last Sunday was not that good to us, so I think we're due for a good Sunday. Let's see how it goes. High to low here. 1272 consolidation like this. I think it looks beautiful. Typically, whenever you see this, you do rally right up to the golden ratio. We're looking for $140,000 by the end of August, you guys. It's the 23rd now. We got about 8 days left in the month. I don't have anything else that I want to say. I've said it all. So hit the like button, subscribe, take care of yourselves, all right? And I'll see you on the next one, all right? Bye-bye.